welcome to the next Lukozer retro game review video, and for this one it is a fucking heap of shit, which some people called Ganymed, except I'm not sure if it is actually called Ganymed or not. If it is, they spelt it wrong. So they spelt it Ganymed. I mean, it could be that it's not meant to be the Jovian moon at all, but it does seem awfully coincidental. One of quite a few coincidences. You may have already spotted another one. So anyway, this was published by Euroline in 1988, and this was a full price game when this came out. Anyway, although it was published by Euroline, it was actually written by some lot called Creative Vision. I don't know why they're called Creative Vision, because quite clearly their actual creative vision is not that impressive. So let's start with the fucking obvious thing. Well, actually, there are two very obvious things. First of all, this horrific noise is, well, it's not music, but it's the noise that you hear on the title page, and this is all it is. And then the other thing, what you are seeing animated there is what the game refers to as a giant robot. That's all it is. It's a giant robot. What else could it possibly have been? And well, it doesn't stop there. Let's get a game underway. So of course, press fire, and that means that firstly my ears can now take a rest. Secondly, the game has to now actually fucking load. I'm not actually that worried about the game loading, but there we go. Right, get ready for your mission. Now let's see. So those giant robots, okay, and here we are on a planet that is clearly icy. There's snow mountains there. I'm trying to place where it comes from. And if that wasn't enough, look at the fucking base there, just above where you're flying from. Oh, that looks a bit familiar as well. Oh, fucking hell. Now, keep a listen out to that music. It's pretty quiet, so you may have to unfortunately turn the music up. But have a listen to it, particularly once I've lost my first life. And believe me, that is not going to be very long into the game. So here we go, press fire. Now if you have played either Attack of the Mutant Camels, the first of the Mutant Camel games from Jeff Minter, or even earlier, the Atari 2600 game of Empire Strikes Back. There's a title that sort of strangely sounds familiar while playing this. Anyway, if you have played either of those, you know how to play this already. So, right, here we go, and oh, there's the first giant robot. Right, so you have to shoot the giant robots in the head 3 times. And now listen to the drumming. So I've blown up one of the giant robots. That's all you see until he disappears off screen, and then he just vanishes completely. So we're going to have to destroy the... Oh, you fucking cunt. So the drumming has now gone fucking haywire. So as well as the completely unoriginal giant robots and location and design of your base, there's also the small matter of the fact that all of the sound effects have been lifted from Battlestar Galactica. So here we are now against the third one. Once we destroy the third one, that's this level finished. If I can destroy the third one. The game is fucking difficult, to put it mildly. So I've hit it twice, so the next shot, that will be him destroyed. But because their firing is so accurate, you've got to keep like disappearing, you know, away from wherever it is, and then fly back and hope that he misses. So, right, we defeated the robots, but now it's the next invasion. Oh, fucking great. So, there we go. And now, the music, the drumming has gone back to normal. Fuck me, just fucking, alright. Did that one hit? That was a shot from the fucker behind it. Right, here we go, so that comes down. I think I got one hit there. The trouble is, I can't see the enemy shots very well because you've got the bright background and their shots have a hell of a lot of white in them. So I've lost a life, which means the drumming has now gone fucking ballistic again. Oh, for fuck's sake, it's bad enough that there is nothing original in the game whatsoever. But the few things that may be somewhat original, I think I finished the level, but okay, then lost my last life, so there you go. But yeah, the few things that are original in the game, i.e. the music and, well, the noise on the title page, are both shit. Because when you lose your first life, the drumming in the in-game music goes ballistic. It goes about, 20 times the regular speed and stays that way until you get to the next level. Oh, fucking hell. And then the whole business with the fucking, well, the fact that there is nothing original in here whatsoever. The gameplay is lifted straight from Attack of the Mutant Camels. The graphics, I'll tell you what, let's well, I'll start another game. I'm only going to have 2 goes. I cannot play this game for more than 2 goes. I can't play it for more than 1, but I will do the second go. So we have to wait for the whole fucking thing, essentially the whole game, to reload again. I couldn't be bothered to wait, so I've reset the game. But check out, this is the introduction. Look how long this fucking thing takes. You can't skip it. I'm pressing fire, nothing's happening. Pressing the mouse button, nothing's happening. So you've got to sit through this. But this is all it is. This creative vision thing spinning round. That's an example of their great creative vision, is it? Oh, for fuck's sake. This lot seriously failed to live up to their name. Fucking creative vision. It's more like fucking creative blindness. They just haven't got a fucking clue. So now it means that I've got to wait for the game to load. But here it is. So, right, so I'll have this second go now. And, yeah, I'll get the review underway. So, starting with the presentation. The presentation is shit. It's non-existent. Then we go on to the graphics. The graphics, every single thing, well, with the exception of your fucking pissant little spaceship, everything else has been just completely ripped off. I mean, I suppose the scrolling is quite smooth. The copper bars in the background make the background look fucking horrible. And yeah, the way that the graphics on the giant robot, it just disappears. Yeah, that's just shite. The fact that the shots are mostly white, so you can barely see them against the background. Yeah, another great example of creative vision there. So the graphics are just shit, and almost without exception all ripped off. And then, speaking of which, we'll go into the sound. All of the sound effects have been ripped off from the Battlestar Galactica film. The music is shit anyway, but the fact that when you lose your first life on a level, it results in the music, the drumming in the music going absolutely fucking haywire and doesn't just makes it laughably fucking bollocks. I'm going to regret this when I have a third go. And I mean, that supposed music on that title page, which is just this one long fucking droning noise with some flanger effect over the top of it. So it just, everything about this game is just absolute shite. And to be honest, I don't know why this isn't in the Supreme Shit Game database. It would deserve it, but no, believe it or not, even this isn't shit enough to go in there. So there we go. So lost a life, which means off goes the drummer, fucking ballistic. I don't think a fucking human being could fucking drum on or do the hi-hat that fucking fast. So I think I got 2 hits there. There we go. So, oh, how great. I completed level 1. Lucky old me. So I defeated the robots. So on to level 2, which, oh, it's exactly the same. At least the music is back to normal. The drumming is back to normal until I lose my first life. The game is a fucking monumental sack of shit. I've played plenty of shit Amiga games in my time, but yeah, this has got to be up there with some of the worst. And the really outrageous thing about it is this was a full price game when it came out, so there were people out there, well I assume someone bought it anyway, and they spent 30 fucking quid on this. I wouldn't give them a fucking square of used Kazi paper for this. Fucking heap of shit. So I've got through level 3. So the music goes haywire if you get off the level, but don't lose a life. But it then goes back to normal. So that is the usual experience of somebody playing this game. Move along, and you know, as soon as you see the giant robot, you lose a life. So right, that's one cunt down. I think I hit it. I think I've hit it twice now. Maybe on this level, I think you might have to destroy 4 robots. Okay, right, so back again. Right, there we go. So that's cut down, and now I'm down as well. You do have a bit of a time limit. Oh no, it is 3 again. Because they are walking towards your base, and if they destroy the base, then I guess that's your time up. There we go. So I can't believe I got through level 3. So I'm on the fucking level 4 of Ganymed. Right. Oh fucking hell, it's got to load again. Does that mean that there's going to be like some change to the graphics somewhere? Oh, yes there are. Now, oh fucking what? So now you've got these things in the background here, which they look a bit familiar as well. This lot really are taking the fucking piss. I mean, come on. Are they fucking serious? I think I hit it once there. I can't even be sure how many times I'm going to hit them. Maybe I've got to hit them more times now. Oh, right, okay, one more and he's down. There we go, right, so that's that cut down. And now this cut. think I flew into him rather than being shot. So I'm down to my last life. Oh dear, that's game over. Oh, what a fucking piss take this game is. I can't believe they had the nerve to release this. They have just blatantly ripped off as much as they could from that one scene from The Empire Strikes Back. You can bet your fucking life they did not get permission to use any of them. This gets... yeah, this goes into the minuses, so I'll give this -8 out of 10. Not only is the game shit, but I mean, it's... well... you've seen all the evidence in front of you. I can't surely add any more to it. I cannot believe that they were able to get away with releasing this. The only thing I can think of is that so few cunts bought it, and nobody who did buy it would admit to it, and therefore the whole blatant rip-off of all of the Star Wars stuff never got reported. But what a fucking heap of shit. So that is Ganymed for the Amiga, -8 out of 10. Just fucking... don't waste your time even trying it out for novelty value. It is shit beyond belief. That brings this review to an end, and we'll see you at the next one.